today we have Emma all the way from England, from the University of Essex. We're just really going to have a chat about what life is at the University of Essex, and then I'll tell you a little bit what you need to do to eventually end up there here at the university. So yeah, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I just had a tour of campus. Very beautiful. So yeah, I'm very excited to speak. Thank you.
Okay, we also have Santiago Solarte. He is one of our students it's actually in England at the moment. He's finishing his master's. He just told me that he finished with his dissertation. So congratulations, Santiago. And he's also going to tell us a little bit about his experience. He's the first student that we had through our agreement that was signed only 2 years ago, in 2020. So Santiago's experience is especially special because of that. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you, Santiago. We haven't spoken in a while, so I'm very excited to hear how everything's going. Today is a special day to be in England as well, and to be in the United Kingdom because of a huge thing that happened. You might already know. So yeah, welcome everybody. Yes, maybe you want to tell us a little bit about the University of Essex just in general.
The University of Essex, we are based in England. We're based in the south east UK. It's about an hour or so from London, which I think is so close enough if you want to get into the city, but far enough so you notice the big living costs. Our main campus is in Portugal. We have 3 campuses, but our main campus, where most of our students study, most of our courses are taught in the city, but 45 minutes away from the campus. It has a traditional campus feel, I would say. It sits on 200 acres of parkland.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, it's big. We have lots of different various options. It'll be interesting to know how big it is on campus. But yeah, we have different various options for students. We guarantee accommodation with the duration of their study. And yeah, that's like a mini city feel, I guess. Everything you could need is on campus. We have some really good facilities, including teaching facilities, academic facilities. There's a cinema, theatre. We have and a theatre. It's been really exciting over the last 6 months to a year, I would say, because everything's live. Because obviously during COVID, whilst there were students on campus, it just didn't have buzz. But yeah, now it's still more busy and buzzy, and when students feels amazing. But yeah, I have a mini city vibe. Everything that students is on campus. We have some good thoughts as well. So you might or might not be aware that UK universities, when it comes to sports, are very different to what you might find in the US. And then I don't think there's any of them. The US, like the US, it is own beast, like sports. But for a UK university, it's portability, particularly volleyball and basketball facility, tennis, football, obviously. Rugby. So yeah, there's some really good sports that students can take advantage of, enjoy, and play competitively or just play for fun. What else? Student life. So then what's going on outside? So students can join different clubs, societies. We actually have been active in American society. Oh wow! Yeah. We've historically had very close ties with America. So we actually have something to Coordinadora, which is the largest collection of Latin American artwork outside not on our campus. So we have like this huge, we have this exhibition and art.
Actually, our former dean Aberdeen. He went to uni.
Amazing.
That's when he started, I would say.
He was saying
He suggested
that
like actually back when that's
so yeah, and probably my favourite thing about Essex is how institutional it is. So she's really well at Essex. Most of them are students actually outside. So I think it's amazing to teach students to speak whatever the world, start building their contacts, their networks.
international relations.
Exactly. And that leads me on nicely to, I mean, that's what it's, you know, our social sciences, in particular, like politics, international relations, sociology, criminology and economics, human rights as well. They're the subjects that are strong for, well known for in terms of our impact when it comes to research. So yeah, that's a very brief, well not so brief, overview of the university.
Thank you. Yeah. Specifically with the Department of Education, related to our programs, these agreement might announce you either you are from the politics program, the international, or from the or urban development program. It's to be able to access eventually a master's, one of the 25 masters with the Department of Government. What I do like about that is that these masters have different approaches. So if you were to only want to maybe go a little bit more in depth in a topic, you can do it. But then if you're interested in research, for example, you can go into an eres and go into that path as well. So this agreement allows you to go into any of these masters with a 20%. This 20% discount is a lot, I would say. And I think probably apart from money, one of the other things that you would really feel bad is that you feel much companion during this. Perhaps if you arrive at the University of Essex and I'm sure that well, then here you be able to do it with me at the same time. Emma, so I think it's very nice to feel like yes, what else? Times perhaps? So have you opened calls already for this year? Or how does that work normally?
So the application process, yes, so you can apply if you want to start your master's in 2023. So most of our masters start in October. Yeah, so for the next cycle, 2023, applications open. Okay, yes. And yes, online application really easy. Doesn't cost anything. And yeah, admissions. I would give them yeah.
Nice. So in terms of timings, because it might be important to mention because a master's in the University of Essex is about a year, right?
Exactly 8 years. So our master's in October, very beginning of October, and then they finish around September. So program is saying it's finishing presentation, you finish now. So yeah, basically a full academic year. And the great thing about our agreement is that students are doing 3 years bachelor's and then going to do the 1 year master's. So you're getting your bachelor's from Ontario and your master's from Essex in 4 years. Yeah. You're saving the fees, you'll be spending here, and then you're getting the additional qualification with ordinarily to get the full bachelor's. So it's a great opportunity.
It's a great opportunity, and ours also it's quite short. It's easier to plan financially as well. So like if you were to perhaps 2 years abroad, which is what you know, the US or Europe, then here planning feasible, has it done, and that's something that I refuse to be it's getting your yeah, it does. In terms of general requirements, obviously each master's probably has a specific requirements, but in general, you would say you would need up to 3 things, right?
Yes. So when you submit the application, you'll need your most academic transcript, a statement, which needs to be about the program, about why you're applying to study ethics, and also as international students, it's good to mention about why you're applying to study UK as well. So you need the personal statement, a reference as well, and usually there's qualifications. You don't have to have the English language qualification. You don't have to have the reference at the point of application. We can always make you an offer or make a student an offer on the condition that they provide information before they start the application. They start ethics. So it's possible to make your application, get yourself organised before you have anything. You can make conditional offers basically. So they basically said, here is an offer on the condition that get 6.5 in English, for example.
Yeah, I think English exam particularly it's a question that we get a lot. What's the English state that there's plenty of options in exams, right? So that's not an issue, but then it might be important to have a look into your specific masters. What are the requirement, the English requirements, that's information, because there's some of them that perhaps need a higher English level, or perhaps if you're going into research, maybe it makes sense for them to ask. But in general, we would say it's around 6.
I think, yes. You're absolutely. Sometimes there's a slight variation, but the good thing about all of our programs and our entry requirements is we're very transparent. It should be very obvious in all of our course pages what we need to do. But if ever there's anything that your students aren't sure about, just send me an email. If you know the answer to it, not, there will be something which. Yeah, please, if there's anything that's ever you're not sure about, just explain.
There's something that I also like to mention, say this, because it's a huge investment, and I think it's especially important to mention the visa that you may have for a little while.
I'm going to mention that. So there's two things I can mention. The post-study work visa, which is the visa you successfully complete your master's, then you are allowed to apply for this post-study work visa, which means you can then stay in the 2 years. If you've enjoyed your experience, you want to stay and you want to look for work, which seems like a good idea to make the most of the opportunity, then this visa allows students to do that. So this is fairly recent development. One of the few good things that the UK government has done.
When I was that didn't exist.
Yeah. It's away like years ago, and now they brought it back. Thank goodness. Yeah, it's great for international students that have invested their time and their money studying and want to stay. So it's now a possibility. And the other thing is when you're studying, to get part-time work, then as an international student with your visa, you're allowed 20 hours a week during your teaching time. So if you want to get part-time work, that's working in a bar or one of the cafes or as a student and earn a bit of money alongside studies, then that is also it. And we have opportunities on campus, there are opportunities off campus, you don't have to work on campus. We're allowed to work. But yeah, there's some opportunities there to earn a bit of money improve your CV, I guess, build even more networks.
That's really important, especially I know with language, you might be very into an academic language while you're at university, but then when you go out and then
It's like conversational language.
you obviously earn some money, but also practice it. Because normally when we study English in Colombia, I would say even at school or at the university, it tends to be very academic, you have English. But then I remember not knowing how to say Ecuador or blended. You know, like it's something that you don't really learn at school and you really only learn about it. So I think it's also not the language skills, social circles as well. I go out of the university circle and we go and meet
Building network.
yeah, no, very nice. But in terms of, let me see if there's more academic information that's missing. Oh yeah, this might be important. Is the case of Santiago that you're going to hear from him in a sec. But Santiago just finished his dissertation, and he's able to come back to our uni, to University of Essex, and say, hey, this is my dissertation. I want to homologate for how would you say that? Graduation option in English or possibly out. So here at university, our students have an option when they're about to graduate. So they can either do an internship, or they can do a dissertation, or they can go into a patient project, or they can go into their standards coterminal, which is doing some credits from the master's degree, and you may also graduate that. So you have 4 options to graduate, basically for graduation. So you may do your dissertation in the UK and then come back and use that same dissertation for graduation. So it's also saving you time, saving you money, which is what we're looking for in this. That was something that I wanted to mention. In terms of the process inside our university, it is very secure. You do have to fill out a form as well. We could also help you with your motivation letter, with your recommendation letter. You may send it to me and say, hey, I'm about to apply to University of Essex. Would you have a look at my letter? Do it, I will do it. And then the process is pretty much sort of like simultaneous with Essex, and the requirements are so like having your passport and having your English certificate, having your grades translated into English officially. Also a recommendation letter from a professor. Hopefully that this professor actually knows you and knows your work and can sort of speak about your academic quality. And then that's it. And then it's pretty much the same process inside our university. There's something, probably the last thing that I wanted to mention in terms of how it works internally here, and it's that our students, when they go to the University of Essex, they need to keep paying here, so that you stay obviously active at our university, but you only pay 20% of. We give an 80% discount, hoping that you use that 80% travels and for your life in the UK. So it's a huge 80% discount on your registration here at the University of Rosario. That's the thing. But yeah, let me look at the time. I think you will be a nice time to hear from Santiago and see her. It was cold, summer hadn't arrived yet, and you were worried about your dissertation, and now you're on the other side, ready to graduate. So yeah, please let us know and tell us more about your experience.
Well, I just submit my dissertation last Friday, so it was an intense journey at uni, but at the end I'm pretty good with everything, all the experience. It was something really important in my life, and I was just want to motivate people, going going into this. It might not be easy at first, but when you plan, your stuff and you take the time to fulfill what you want. I remember last year when I was like, I just arrived uni, and we had this same talk with students, and I was talking, and after this meeting, I got somebody who texted me. Her name is Natalia. She's now applying. She already got her visa, and she's coming to the UK next month. So it's good to get to motivate people so they start this journey. University is great. What I can tell you about it, the whole experience, living in another country, friends. That's also part. It's not only the academic part, which at the end is why most people go to uni probably. But I think access and our uni has like a different factor, something that differentiates it from other places, and it's the fact that there's a lot of students from all over the world.
Where are your friends from? Tell us.
I have, it's crazy. I have friends from Guatemala, from India, from Kosovo, from China, from Luxembourg. I can keep going. It's tremendous. So Mexico, Spain. So that's Greece. That's a really good thing. You get to know people from all over the world, and you at the end keep making really valuable friendships. Some of them are already going back to their countries because they already finished their dissertation. Some of them are planning to stay here in the UK. I don't know if you already talked about the graduate visa. Probably yes, you did.
Yeah.
So it's also an option. Some of them are just here in the UK looking for jobs now. So it gets to forge really valuable friendship, which is nice, at the end, because it's not only about the academic experience. On the other side, my dissertation and the whole process at Access was like really fruitful for my professional career. I discovered a whole different work. My dissertation, my supervisor was Jason Glynas, one of I think the best professors in discourse analysis, probably in English. He directly learned from Ernesto Laclau, who is a really famous politician. So after working with him 2 or 3 months, I get to really know and to expand my boundaries, like as a political scientist. It's you never imagine when I just started going to uni, I was wondering about what making my dissertation, because it's kind of hard, because at Rosario now most people don't make dissertations because we have other options, so you're not kind of familiarized with just writing a research article, which seems like a really difficult task. And to be honest, like, I didn't get to know the topic of my dissertation until I was about to submit the form with the actual topic. So it was like 4 months ago I just get to know, and it was like 4 months working on my dissertation, and it gets you to like grow professionally a lot. All of my now they are my colleagues probably, and then they make dissertations on other stuff, and they discover like a whole new world in their professional careers. I was not much into discourse analysis, but after making my dissertation, just like my professional boundaries have expanded a lot, because now I know more about the topic, but I'm also wanna learn more and keep going, which is also a possibility. The uni also offers PhDs. There's and they motivate you a lot to keep growing into your career, which I think it's great, because it's something, I mean, probably most of the bachelor students they don't go through, because as I said, we're not making, it's not common to make dissertations anymore for our bachelors. So the whole process is great. I really encourage people and students from our uni, from Universidad del Rosario, to come here, to live the experience, because it's gonna change your life. It's not only about getting a master's degree, which at the end you can get in another, in another any university. It's about meeting new people. It's about probably improving your English. It's about like developing other skills you didn't know you had in your career as a political scientist, or as a our other mayors of the faculty. So it's a whole bunch of different stuff. It's about traveling, for example, in Europe. Here within Europe, it's something students do a lot, because traveling within the European Union is way easier than, for example, traveling among South America. So it's not only about I have visited like 10 different countries during my master here. So it's really good. It's not only about academics and just being on classes and writing your dissertation, which is also part of the journey, of course, but you have plenty of other time to exploit, like and live the UK, which is wonderful. I mean, I'm just now looking for jobs, and I'm not sure if I'm going back, when I'm going back.
I was about to ask you that. What's your plan now?
It's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult. I mean, I'm the problem is I did my dissertation to get, to probably get a job here in the UK. But there's plenty options. For example, people who already graduated from, that's not my case. I haven't graduated from Universidad del Rosario, but there's for example, Natalia, she already graduated, and she came, I mean, she's coming here to the UK, and she can start looking for jobs right away, which is a really good thing, because you can also work 20 hours with your residence permit. So it's an experience, for working. I'm looking jobs. I mean, to be honest, I also study law at the Universidad del Rosario. So probably that's what, like, my biggest issue, and that's one of the reasons I'm going back. But I mean, I wouldn't mind, staying and working if I had to here in. There's a tremendous amount of jobs. It's incredible. Like, uni helps you to find jobs through LinkedIn, through the Career Hub, and there's tons and tons of opportunities. Like, I mean, I was really busy with my dissertation, so I didn't have much time to apply, because you need to go through the application process, interviews and all that. But when you have the time, and when you get to them, you can apply 20, 30 jobs. It's like the field here in the UK, it's really fruitful. Like, you can exploit it. There's plenty of areas to work in. So if you have already your degree, or if you want to get your graduate visa, it's also a good experience. I mean, Natalia, for example, has plans to study here, to finish her master, and after that ask for her graduate visa, which I think it's great. If you think it's like something you want for your life. It's all about like that, what you want for your life. But I always say, in all areas, it's like a really good experience, and I encourage people to come here and visit the University of Essex.
Well, thank you so much, Santiago. It's very nice to hear from you, first student from our agreement. And you actually mentioned something which was probably the last thing I wanted to mention today, and it's the fact that this agreement applies to students of our two programs, but it also applies for our alumni, for our egresados in Spanish, from the last 5 years. So at the moment in 2022, our alumni from 2017 onwards can apply to this agreement with the same sort of like requirements and the same conditions. And it might be something that perhaps if you just graduated and you're trying to find your funding, and these you do have a few years after that to be able to still apply under this agreement. And as Santiago said, obviously, it would be a plus if you're at the UK and you already have your undergraduate diploma, and then eventually you have your postgraduate diploma as well, then it's an ideal opportunity. So if you're an alumni and you're listening to us now, then it's also an opportunity for you. And yes, I think that was everything that I wanted to mention today. Thank you very much, Sophia, for your time.
And that's
Yes,
it's great to hear everything. And I love hearing when students take advantage of how closely are they work and school. And I've always found it so nice, even just then when he's been to 10 countries, what in the last year.
That's all. 10 countries in less than a year.
And that's a lot more countries than I understand. All the time. Yeah, it's definitely an advantage. And it can be pretty cost effective. It can be pretty cheap to get on planes. We're so close that it's possible to go just for short breaks, short weekends. But yeah, 10 countries over a year, that's impressive.
10 countries and new line kind of dissertation in less than 12 months. That's impressive. Congratulations. So yeah, anyway, this is recorded. We do know that our students like to listen to this in time. So if you are listening to us a few days after this, hopefully no years, let us know if any questions. We are gonna leave. I'm gonna leave my email in the chat, and then I also receive you in my office for private tutoring if you have some questions, you're unsure of something. There's another good thing about University of Essex, and is that they are familiar with the process with ECTX and Coordinadora, which are two of the main funding entities here in Colombia. So it's also nice because they already know how it works. They already know it sometimes takes a little while. They already are familiar with this process. So that is, let's say, another path that you can take if you want to join the university. So that was it. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much, Emma, for being here.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.